So welcome again to this new video on Howtomaster, and today I am going to talk about the topic that a lot of people are interested in. The whole idea here is that I share my experiences and the good ones and the bad ones, and I am going to show you here on this video how much money I actually make a month with 6 million views. But first, if I give you a bit of data without giving you perspective or context, it really doesn't matter. So the first thing that we want to kind of like verify is that I actually make 6 million views, and this is one from one of my channels. So it's a little bit more than 6 million views. It's 6,319,000 views. The channel has been growing almost like by 40% in the past. And these are views for 28 days. So if you add 2 more days, it could be adjusted to a little bit more. And so those are the current views that I have in one of my channels. But in order to understand how much you could make, I like to go over the CPM formula, which is basically, I mean, for those who don't know, it stands for cost per million. I mean, how much money can you make for 1,000 views? So it's basically the money that you make on the channel divided by the views that you gain in those 30 days times 1,000. So if you want to know how much money you make, well, you technically multiply times the CPM, the total numbers of views in those 30 days, and then you divide by 1,000, and you have a clear understanding of how much money you can make, and you can assess how much other channels make. So that being said, let's do a very interesting exercise. So in previous videos, I've mentioned that finance channels, like for example, financial education from Jeremy, they can make anything from 25 to 30 to $30 a CPM. So if you do $30 a CPM times 6 million views divided by 1,000, that's equal to $180,000 a month. Again, let me just correct that here. $180,000 a month. Not bad, right? But if you're in a different target, let's say beauty or education, well, your CPM is going to be lower, and it could be anything within the range of, I mean, from $6 to $10, $12. But let's take it at 8 because that's something that's very common. So 8 times 6, 48. 8 times 6, the 6 million divided by 1,000, that's $48,000 a month. Not bad at all. I mean, obviously, the one above is 3 times bigger, and you would say that's a pretty much better channel to have if you're in that category. But I mean, not all of us are in the same niches. And if you're a beginner and you get 6 million views a month, then you could aspire for something between $2 or $3 a range. So that would be the same thing. 3 times 6 million divided by 1,000. That would be about $18,000 a month. So even the high end or the low end, if you have a small team producing, you can make, or if you're just producing on yourself, you can make a significant living. I mean, both the high end of 180,000 starts to look like a big enterprise. $18,000 a month, I mean, that's more than enough to make a living, at least here in the US. So let's see how much or what I made actually on my channel. So for 30 days and for 6.3 million, I made $646. If that doesn't make you mad or sad, I actually don't know what sadness is. And so $646. I mean, this is not a joke. This is just how much money I make with 6 million views. And so just to do the same thing, calculate what is my current CPM. Well, I take $646. I am not even using 6.4. I'm using 6.6 million times 1,000, and my CPM is equal to 0.12 cents. 0.12 cents. Now the question to ask, why so low? Why is it so, I mean, so unbelievably low? Well, there's two reasons. And this is why I always recommend or hope people, when they're starting the channel, make the right assessment. The biggest impact that I currently have is that all of the videos fall under the category of made for kids. Now, you probably heard me rant in the past. If not, I'll put it up here so that you can actually go to my previous analysis. The made for category, when you classify your channel made for kids, I lost about 2/3 of my revenue. Why? Because I don't have display ads. So that was a significant loss. I mean, I think we create the most amount of views on the channel, but it's just not fair to lose 2/3 of your all revenue just because I mean you can't serve the ads. Now the other tricky thing that YouTube does is that they say that the CPM is higher, but what they do is this thing. If I have 6 million views, they'll probably say that my playback, meaning the only videos that have ads will probably be a third of what I have. So maybe 2 million of those views get the videos, but I don't care because what I do is I add up the total views that my channel generate because that's the total audience. I don't care if YouTube is not able to place ads. It's the total number of views that I'm able to generate because I create my content. And the other element that's really positioned it, gives it the additional, let's call it discount, is that because my channel, Do Re Mi La, is actually a nursery rhyme channel. In Spanish, the most of the content is consumed from Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, Spain. I mean, all the Spanish-speaking nations. And so the other problem that I have, or that YouTube has, is that any content that is actually consumed in geographies where advertisers are not yet big is very detrimental for your channel. So just to like lay out the conclusion, I mean, when creating a channel, think about the niche you're going to be, and think also about the geography. Because if you follow in something like a category like made for kids, you're just not going to get any of the good advertising. And if you happen to follow in a geography where, I don't know, the internet is not so advanced or there are not a lot of ads, I mean, anything outside of the US, Europe, maybe Brazil could consider good. It's just, or language, or it's not going to be good. I mean, you're just going to be paid very cheap. So a lot of effort, a lot of views, but you simply are not going to be able to monetize. So I don't know. I hope that anyone who's trying to start a channel, this video is of any use. And if you have any questions or you about starting a YouTube channel and you were considering starting a Make for Kids channel, please just write them below and I'll try to answer them. Thank you.